What's up, Internet? We're back again with another update on what's going on in the fish room. I got a short little video here giving a bit of a preview on what is going on with the 180. That tank, after all the voting and everything, that tank is going to end up as a paludarium. It's going to be half full. It's going to have some rock. It's going to have some hills and whatnot. Bit of a preview of me working on it, getting some things going. Working on the 240. I did realize that before I got going on a lot of the other projects that are going on in the fish room, I need to get the 240 in shape. I need to get this thing going to a point where I want it to go. Due to a lot of neglect, and not because for lack of want or anything like that, I've just been pretty damn busy. This tank has kind of been growing out of hand, and definitely lost a lot of the focus of how it should be trimmed and maintained, and where the plants really need to be. Originally, a lot of people that have been watching for a long time, you know that I was kind of hamstrung into having one tank, and I needed to get everything into one tank. So that's what happened with this, whereas I have a lot of low-light plants mixed in with highlight plants, and a very disjointed scape. Ultimately, what's going to go along in this tank is eventually going to be kind of a Dutch-style tank. I did initially leave the substrate pretty flat, so I'm actually going to be doing most of the scaping with the plants in here, getting everything trimmed up and growing the way and in the spots where it needs to go. And this is a video of me basically yanking everything out and redoing one side of it, and finishing up the one side to get it to a point that's getting it ready. The other side, I'm going to be shooting some video on that. I have a bunch of other videos shot too from some of the other projects I've been going along, and I would like to make an announcement at this point in the videos. Anybody that's actually been watching, I did get another 180. So I actually have two 180s in there now. I have a 120, which is my woman's tank, which is we're going to be moving her little 50-gallon up to a 120, and the 240. Now, a lot of people voted for me to get back into doing more reef stuff. Currently, I'm not going to be able to be doing a reef in the other tank, the other 180. Because I ended up just buying another 180 because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. If I wanted to do a reef or the paludarium. But after a bit of thought, I realized that a reef's just going to have to wait, even though I do have all the equipment and ability and all that shit. I could do it. I just know that I'm going to be in and out of town a lot, and I don't like to leave these like 3 or 4 days with absolutely no maintenance whatsoever on my reef without somebody to watch them. And typically the guy that watches my aquariums for me while I'm out of town, he has been super busy too, getting booked up for the summertime. So I think I'm going to wait until the end of the summer and all the extracurricular stuff kind of dies down a little bit, to give myself enough time to actively work on that. In the meantime, what I'm going to be doing with all these tanks, there's going to be a 180, a 240, and all the large sumps that I have are all going to be plumbed into one big-ass system. Combined water is going to be somewhere around 880 gallons, which I know isn't the biggest thing in the world, but it's going to be the biggest system that I've set up for myself. Not the biggest system I've ever set up, but it will be the biggest system I've ever set up for myself, and it'll help me to maintain some serious water quality, water quality and water stability. And then all the big water changes I'm going to be doing out of that are going to be going out into the aquaponics out back. Speaking of the aquaponics out back, there will be videos on that coming up. I finally got the ICB containers to hold water. I got a lot of, I got the ground graded out, got the area set up, and a lot of the construction is moving along bit by bit by bit. You know, as you all know, we all have to have jobs, and that definitely does take up a lot of my time. So everything is moving along at the rate that I'm allowed to, while maintaining my sanity and being able to pay the bills. But that's what's going on. So I figure I'd get a little video out here. Meanwhile, I'm compiling all the other videos and editing all that shit. So subscribe and mash the buttons on your computer. Make some kind of weird comment that's just a bunch of gibberish. Maybe it's Swahili or something. And I'll be back sooner than later this time. All right. Later.